Hi, this is Majinoni. Here's my review for Birds of Prey number 2 and Killer Croc, Joker's Asylum 2. Now, there's going to be some spoilers, so if you haven't read your books, and you're probably going to want to come back. I'm going to do Birds of Prey first. Now, with Birds of Prey, this is issue number 2 for the Brightest Day storyline. And I'm really not sure how this is tying into Brightest Day. But to me, so far, it's not really making an attempt to, other than the fact that you have Hawk and Dove. But we'll see how the story develops. Now, it starts off right where it left off before. You have the battle between Black Canary, the Huntress, and White Canary. And White Canary is pretty much able to hold her own. And Diane basically senses that there's like evil or hatred between White Canary's attacks. So she's trying to figure out, if she knows who this person is. Now, Huntress gets lucky, and then she finds a way, and she holds her down, while Black Canary just pummels her. And Black Canary still senses that there's something not right. And then when you look at that face, you know there's definitely something not right here. Hawk and Dove arrive, and that's when White Canary gets her escape. Now, what's odd is, supposedly, Hawk is supposed to have a super tough skin, but yet he's able to get cut. And it's right at that moment in time when Oracle realizes that there's a setup, because on the news they're talking about Black Canary, and you can tell that basically the police are coming, the helicopters are going to be there, and everything was basically a setup to get her in trouble. And sure enough, on cue, the police arrive. White Canary leaves, and she threatens them, saying, "One of you will die every hour for the next 6 hours." And she disappears. The Black Canary decides at that moment in time to fight rather than give up, and battle with the cops ensue. They take care of the Penguin, and now as this nonsense is going on, you can see the police, sorry, not the police, but the news chopper is there, getting video feed of everything, and it's just not looking good. They're talking about Black Canary's, what's her name, for the girl that she was trying to adopt, and ultimately didn't. But then they're trying to spin it as child abandonment. There's the relationship with Oliver Queen and his downfall. Now we have Savant's dead, and this guy tried to save him, but he wasn't able to, so he shoots himself. Then they save Penguin, and they make their escape. Now, this is when Oracle realizes that she basically relaxed too much and basically didn't stay on top of things. She realized that now, where she had state-of-the-art equipment, now people can just use their cell phones and do exactly what she can do. So she's going to take care of business and upgrade. Overall, I thought this was good, but I'll go my thoughts about it after I go through Killer Croc. Now, Killer Croc was different. I mean, as you can tell with all the other Joker Asylum issues so far, it has a theme of love involved and mixed in with this. And Killer Croc is no different. You have Killer Croc escaping, and he bites his hands off to do it. Kills all the guards and doctors all along the way. And this guy finds him and basically is like, "Hey, my wife and I will nurse you back to health, but you got to help me out here. Maybe we can take over some territory and be a crime boss type thing." And you can see over time the wife is taking care of Killer Croc. And sure enough, Killer Croc, stays with the family, and they start taking care of business. And what's really weird is how they're treating Killer Croc as a family member, and he's not biting their heads off. So what's starting to happen is, the husband obviously is paying more attention to business. The wife obviously is feeling neglected, and she's basically bringing, I don't know the right word is, she's not really bringing in, but she's consoling with Killer Croc a little bit more. And blah blah blah, more of this nonsense is going on. And you can see where Killer Croc is now starting to have feelings for this woman. And what we find out here is the woman actually has another guy, and they're planning on a scheme to take care of this whole situation, and she needs him to punch her in the face. So Killer Croc comes home, sees her, meets her with the bruise, implies that the husband beat her, and Killer Croc kills the husband. The wife comes in, and then sure enough, the guy comes in, and her lover comes in, tries to kill Killer Croc, and I'm like, are you insane? You don't try to do that with Killer Croc. Come on, he regenerates. You saw that he regenerated. And if you're gonna shoot him, why are you shooting him in the stomach? Why don't you shoot him in the face, type thing? What an idiot. He's gonna get what he deserved, and he does. Killer Croc then kills her because he by now realizes what's going on. And Batman arrives too late. And this was kind of like the weird moment in time when I read this book. Is when Killer Croc goes, you can take me away, because, they're the monsters, not me. And for once, Killer Croc really wasn't the monsters, it's those two. Like, they basically gave him an opportunity for somewhat of a normal life, I guess, for what he is, and they just took it away from him, type thing. And he's back in jail. So, here's my overview of the two books. Birds of Prey, really, really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the art a lot, and I'm kind of curious to see where it's going to go. I want to see Oracle's upgrades. I want to see what White Canary is going to do to him. I think White Canary is definitely a good foe for them, and I'm looking forward to it. I still don't know why that's Brightest Day. I mean, I probably would have still bought it if you didn't put Brightest Day on it, because you had Hawk and Dove in it, but that's just me. Killer Croc, it's an interesting story. It's a totally different story than what I expected from a Killer Croc, and I'm glad I bought it. I think overall this was one of the better ones, and the only reason why I'm saying it was one of the better ones is because it showed an entirely different side of Killer Croc. With Harley Quinn, you already know she's going after the Joker and blah blah blah. Mad Hatter, it was interesting, but Mad Hatter's insane, and then you expect certain things. But Killer Croc, this was where you actually show some sort of development within his character. He went from the maniac monster to somebody who cared for a family, the wife, and they played him for a fool and killed him, destroyed his trust now. So that's why I thought this was overall a much better story in Joker's Asylum 2 than the other ones. So both of these I think are definite buys. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them on the side. And who is your favorite? Would you say is your favorite Birds of Prey character? Like I said, mine is Hawk and Dove, but Hawk is going to piss me off eventually, and then I'm going to go with the Huntress right after that. So subscribe to the channel, and until next time.